welcome to the Post-Human Podcast.
Okay, welcome to the Post-Human Podcast. I'm your host, Tim Turner. I'm just going to give a quick shout out. Got a new logo launched today, so I just want to give a shout out to the guy who designed it, David Milgate, aka Max Milgate. Many thanks. I absolutely love the fucking logo. Supporting folks. Tonight's guest, thank you, good shout there. Tonight's guest, it's took him a while to get on, and this is a legitimate script. I'm going to, in fact,
I'm gonna get off.
do you know, I'm going to read it off my phone. Fucking, I don't give a shit. Again, it took a while to get him on because of my own foot, but Cameron Sullivan, founder of CS Film and a guest blogger at Every Film Has a Lesson. There we go. I was waiting for you to give the woo then. That was the perfect time to woo yourself.
I'm solely the SJW. Just kidding. I'm just the film reviewer, and I work for the Action Elite. I got my podcast called the Jacked Up Review Show, which is not to be confused with the Jack Me Off Show.
Yeah.
Such a show.
I'm sure if you look somewhere, maybe on Pornhub, before they got
Rule 34.
Yeah, before they got half screwed over, they'd probably be that. Let me just put my thing on full. Oh shit! I'm ruining my own fucking show by trying to be a smart ass.
Sloppy second show.
Yeah, I'm trying to make my own screen bigger because if I'm going to at least record it, I can still do a solo sort of thing, and all I'm doing is whirling it around. Fuck it, man. Anyway, let's kick into this fucking show. So, obviously, you're working on Mountain Time. We was briefly speaking about the weather, but this question has absolutely fuck all to do with the weather. This question is more about, okay, your name's CS Film. That's where to follow you at. And so, obviously, you do a lot of film.
I used to a lot, and then even before COVID, I was just kind of just winding down, just writing some scripts. More or less, I've always just been kind of just working on independent stuff. I did a music video a year before, and that was a lot of fun. Just kind of getting back into the groove of things, taking control, and
I was
just kind of trying to not sell myself short.
I was going to talk because again, I listened to that promo that you sent me, and I haven't got my notes in my hand now. I just had a brief skim over. Again, I'm like 7 beers deep at the minute. I had a coffee and I smoke a heavy amount of cannabis, but I'm pretty with it.
Sounds like a party.
Yeah, it pretty much is. But I love that promo, and I listened to it again while I was having a smoke in when I was having a smoke in my new to be studio, and it reminded me of an almost Have you ever heard of Ninja Sex Party? They're a band.
No.
They're a band. Okay, listen to a band called Ninja Sex Party. You'll get exactly what I'm talking about. But it reminds me of a cross between a band called Ninja Sex Party and sort of a South Parkish kind of vibe. You know, because of the guitar. You remember the promo and the guitar? It reminds me of a Captain. It's like an almost 80s, but it reminded me of a bit of Captain America. But there's a band that are quite recent that are called Ninja Sex Party, and they do a lot of sort of 80s stuff. But it reminded me of that instantly. You should listen to them. You would get you'd get some inspiration from them. I'm pretty certain of that.
I'm sure. I'm writing them down now. It's definitely like Robot Chicken.
Oh yeah, they're
they would be giant.
They're a really good band. They're pretty good. They do, like I said, they do a lot of 80s covers. But when I heard it, I was like, holy shit, man! These the instant thought. I was like, it's actually really good. And I was sort of there sitting, and I was smoking. I was like, fucking getting into it. I have like a couple of pre sort of songs that I'll listen to before a podcast to charge me up. And I was like, let's have a little listen to this. And I was like, holy fuck, man, this is some charging shit. I was like, I almost was about ready to kick into my own sort of montage before I come on the show.
Thank you.
So, what was the inspiration behind that? Obviously, you mentioned a band there, but what was the real inspiration?
Their name's Gravity Factory, and we just kind of had that kind of guitar riffs and just kind of what you just said, just kind of wants to kick you into a party group and kind of not take itself too seriously, and at the same time just really kick some ass at the same time. So I guess you could say
literally the vibe it gave off. It was like that. It was that. As soon as I listened to it, I literally wanted to go out and kick some fucking ass. I literally just wanted to go out and smash all the fucking lampposts down on my street. It was amazing. Did you compose any of that?
No, I did not. I did the music video for them, and they kind of just paid me back saying, "Hey, let's mix together a kick-ass intro because it can't just be your monotone voice. It's got to be a bit of everything." I'm like, "I'll take it. Let's do it. Let's do it."
I like it, man. What other kind of films do you do then?
Mainly, I'll work on any genre, man, just as long as no one wastes my time. I got kind of a movie that's kind of similar to Species and the Stuff that's kind of about food infecting people. I got now again, this hasn't been filmed yet. I've worked on mainly just a lot of shorts that have been honestly a waste of time.
I'm going to come back. Just obviously say that. And that, to me, sounds actually quite good. I don't want you to get too much into it because I don't want you to give too much away. I want to actually have you back on for that. But when you, obviously you talk about foods that sort of infect you. I'm a huge sort of, I'm a pretty healthy guy. I smoke a lot of cannabis and I drink, but I work out a lot and I do quite a lot of stuff, and I'm not, I don't fuck about, and so when you talk about foods that infect you, I'd like to talk, I'd like to have a discussion heavily about that isn't revolved around this show. No, a more serious discussion, because there's a lot of like microplastics and stuff like that, and Teflon fucks you up, and there's quite a lot of stuff that people don't know about that,
Yeah, liquids they put in it to seal it, give it the flavor, and yet it has some other side effect. It's like, it just, I keep hearing stuff about don't drink water that's been frozen or anything.
That's what I mean. There's quite a lot to it. So when you've done that, I'm gonna get you back on, because that's actually quite interesting just to me, because
the minute anything is even remotely done, I will definitely send it to you.
Well,
I'm just always planning stuff, and I'm always trying to. I got a movie with former soldiers that's playing. I pretty much got stuff in development hell, and it's just all about, hey, what? It's not happening right away, but when it comes time, here's how we're going to do this. Here's how we're going to proceed. Here's how we're going to just not get fucked over.
So, obviously, you are definitely a more documentary style filmmaker.
Because you got to just like everything that there is to about it, and treat it like a payday, or treat it like just, again, like you would any job. And don't fuck around with it. Don't get bored with it. If you're already getting bored with it, let alone describing it, then you already know it's just, you're gonna waste everyone's time.
I mean, again, so in a way, you're almost kind of treating it like gonzo journalism,
Yeah, sure. I mean, because more or less, you got to find the heart in it. You got to be able to take various, talking heads, and not treat it like too many cooks in the kitchen at the same time. You got to actually just say, okay, well, whatever happens, we got to get this done. and
Oh,
whatever I got to take
absolutely.
to speak English to all these other people and make it make sense. And I'm not, the bullshit meter is on, so you've heard one excuse, you heard it all, and don't let anyone
Yeah,
hold you
yeah.
up. And also at the same time, if you don't have to reshoot the movie, just you know, just fight it.
I mean,
Just
the bullshit
hold
meter's
your
always
guns up.
on, especially if you're doing what you're doing because you
Yeah, dude. But I was on this one
ooh.
shitfest that it was basically Sicario meets Grounded. These guys were just clowning around in a forest. The cinematographers and other guys kept quitting, and then they kept coming back after I had left. And it's like, oh, okay, so you
All
might
right,
as well have
let's
pulled a coup. You
can we have the
guys
whole
fucking,
of this story? This is getting interesting.
oh my god. It was called Run the Border, and we were basically, these guys were just conspiracy nutcases. I didn't give two shits about it one way or the other. Like, just like so like Infowars
Ooh.
crazy maniacs to where is like they were just, and they kept putting people in positions that they either neither desired to do the work but they still wanted to be a part of it, or they just, again, they didn't even want to work a complete day. I was just like, come
Yeah.
on, it's not even 6 o'clock and you already want to call, cut for the day, and then make up some bullshit excuse for me to give to all the other crew members so they won't quit. And no, I'm not going to do that. And we even got bit by chiggers, and mosquitoes in this one park area, which we were trying to make look like a Middle Eastern country. And I was
Yeah.
just like, and every day it was just like, why didn't you tell me this when we, were getting it planned? Why am I just now hearing about it the night
See,
before?
one of my future questions was going to be, what's the craziest shit you've seen while filming? And I didn't know if it was going to be sort of what you just said about having to sort of make up a set in a car park in a sort of sense. But we'll
Uh,
come forward to that because clearly I think you've got a better answer.
it
I have
depends.
got
I
a fair.
mean,
I've got some questions, but
you.
now I've heard your first little take.
I'll
Yeah,
give you one better
we'll
even,
get
Fred.
to it. We'll get it. We'll get
I
to that. Carry on.
oh, okay,
Well,
okay.
this I think this is why I wanted a video show because this is going to be one of the. This is probably going to what would have been my golden show so far.
I guess I can give it the portfolio photo of my
Yeah,
shitty background.
yeah,
I don't
just
know.
give me 20 snapshots of your face and some actions, and I'll jot it together, put in some fades, and we'll sort it out. But, maybe you can. You're better than me, man. You're filming. But we'll get what made you want to do it?
I pretty much, my mother kicked some common sense into my brain, said you just can't not talk about it. You love it, so you might as well make it be your career. And I was just thinking, nah, home movies, no, all that shit, nah, I could never do that. It's
Yeah,
just being,
yeah,
uh, I don't want to be an egomaniac. And then it just pretty much just hit me right there later on. It was like, yeah, no, I gotta do something. I like all these entertainment things. I'd done TV show extra work. I've done, oh fuck, I gotta tell you a better story than that.
don't
But
worry.
yeah,
Carry on.
I basically, if you're gonna just talk shit about a movie, you might as well do it
Absolutely.
yourself. And by that I mean, don't just, I don't. It doesn't matter what you got to do to create it, but just be consistent with it. Try and be on everyone's level. Don't try and get along with everyone, but also don't try and, you know, keep them out of details. Don't make stupid mistakes like have the actors be in
Yeah.
the editing room and let their egos be salt wash the whole thing over. Don't, and just keep just building on it. Just ask a friend for an honest opinion, and if you don't want to show it to your friends or family because you think they won't get it or anything, then show it to
Yeah,
someone who
yeah. I
is your
mean, it
audience.
is a
And
difficult
get their,
thing. I mean, even it's the thing is, I'm a heavily critical person of myself in terms of any work that I do, anything. and I don't listen to this show. I'm not going to listen to it back. It's the reason I don't edit because I'm so heavily critical of myself that if I listen back to it, I'm going to judge myself, and I think it's going to affect my work. You know, so
Yeah.
and for a filmmaker, you have to look back. So and it sounds like you're kind of half critical of yourself. So I'm guessing that that is a very
You gotta have some kind.
yeah.
And at the same time, if people are being snobby to where they can't even give you an honest reaction, then you just got to move on and say, okay, well, now I'm going to take it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
someone who can actually give me more
Well,
than just
for
a
me, it's
paragraph.
not necessarily about people's reactions because I don't give a fuck. I really don't care. My show, you know. Again, I drink, I smoke, and again, occasionally I get a bit too fucked up, but it's the only reason that I don't listen back to myself is just because that I don't like the sound of my own voice. I'm from England. It's a terrible accent, you know. I can't listen to it, and occasionally it slips into in between two different accents. So that's the only reason I can't listen back. But I don't act. What I'll do is I'll skip through to make sure there's audio. I'll skip through like 15-minute intervals, and then I'll go, okay, we're good. And I'll just put it out there. That's how critical I am. It's not because of, but this is what why, yeah. But this is the only reason that I say for a filmmaker it's difficult because you put more into it than what I do, if that makes sense. Because
Well, basically, you got to even take it in just in strides and say, I'm going to get this done. Then, I'm going to do this the next day when my mind is fresh and new. We got to have some kind of test audience, and it's got to be more than
oh
just
no,
marketers.
absolutely. There's
that are And like you say, it is hard because it's like, God, I'm so sick of hearing or doing myself. No one else knows this. I know too much because I know all the secrets,
still
and now it's just
secrets. What
annoying.
secrets? Oh.
I just mean in terms of just like that's how this is accomplished and the trouble it took to
thought,
get to that, and
I
now
thought
it's
I thought
it's
this was
just
going to be a
ongoing.
secondary conversation about some secrets of filming. Yeah, there's some sort of Freemasonry type business deal, you know. Thought that those kind of secrets. I was like, oh shit, we're gonna get somewhere now. Thought this podcasting paid off
Oh,
after 2 months.
that
We're gonna fucking the Illuminati's coming already. Shit, was that quick?
oh, don't say that. DMX just disappeared, man. You
Yeah,
don't
I
talk
don't
about the
think that was the
Illuminati.
Illuminati. That was
Oh, I just know that's whatever
well,
killed his
I
career.
don't know. Well, I'd like to. What's the basis for that? That's a crazy. Well, why would the Illuminati kill his career?
I mean, that's kind of the problem. There's never any real connection other than someone says
I know,
their name and
I know what you mean.
disappear.
That's really funny, actually. He was the Illuminati.
I just remember actually
It's
hearing
probably out there.
like he was talking
Oh,
to Jay Z and that
okay.
got brought up or
See,
something.
that makes more sense. Yeah, there's talks about Jay-Z being in the Illuminati, and I'll admit every single one of my shows. I've had 3 shows, 4 shows. Yeah,
Maybe he's a
I mean, I've had
Scientologist.
4 shows that have fucked up. Some videos fucked up where I've recorded stuff and it's gone crazy, and then not took the audio, the most important thing. But there's been a few shows where it's fucked up, and I blamed the Russian spooks. There's a slow running joke going, but maybe it's the maybe it's the Illuminati. Yeah,
Maybe.
they're. I'm in Europe. We're not quite far from where they was originated, Bavaria, I think it was. There's obviously is a sea in between, but it's not that far.
Read between the
Are you
lines.
do you like cults? Yeah, cults.
cults, like
Yeah,
like
just
reading
not
up on them and
not
stuff
like
like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not saying do you like
I
them
did
in
a.
general. Yeah. I'm not saying how many
Shorty
you
number,
are a part of.
yeah, I mean, I definitely like kind of studying up on that stuff every once in a while. I even actually, ironically, did
Oh,
a
cool.
short film
So
on
this
that.
is a. Let me clear my throat. Again, I smoke a lot, so I have to clear my throat a million times. Shut up, cat. No, I didn't mean that. You wanna come here? Nah, my cat's occasion. My cat, she's occasionally appeared on the show. She's fantastic. She's so tiny, but she's like 3. She doesn't grow. I think she's immortal. Um, but anyway, yeah. Um, well, fucking hell, I lost my train of thought then thinking about you, cat. Hold on,
No, you're doing some
let me
other
just
crazy shit.
let me just regain my thought a second. Let me have a swig of this beer, and I'll regain it. Trust me. So it was on about the Illuminati and the Freemasons, and my question was, hold on, I'm gonna chew some. I'm gonna eat some weed as well. The fuck of it. Again, you can see me on camera. It's okay. Um, just whack a big fat bud in my mouth. This is how the show goes. That's what happens. Yeah. Uh, mm, well, what's your thoughts on cannabis? We'll come back to my original thought. Yeah. What drugs you done?
Legalize all drugs.
Oh,
I actually don't do any, but I mean, come
you're a
on.
filmmaker.
It's 2021. Everyone.
You make films. You should be rolling in the speed and cannabis and.
I should. It's just I'm always
Oh,
during the
yeah.
days. I can't be doing.
Yeah.
I can't have.
Do you want to see something fucking funny?
Stuff.
Oh, it's on the other side of my bed. Yeah, I used to be a security guard too. I got my. I was gonna shoot. Yeah, I was gonna fucking hold up my.
No way. Securitas,
Nah.
Allied,
Obviously, we have
yeah.
different sort of licenses here in the UK, but I did door work and I did some little, yeah, little bits of shit, just whatever.
It's very refreshing. You're
Yeah,
guys,
it's
hours, answer choose how you want to do it. You can
the
do whatever. No
the
one will
only
know.
problem
Won't give a shit.
is the you get dickheads starting on you on nights out and but
Yeah, and there's always someone if you just want to punch in the face, and you're just like, nope, I'm not gonna risk losing my life.
yeah,
over this
I
prick.
think the laws are heavily different to the UK because obviously you've got gun laws in the UK, so I'm sure that your security guards can just wail the fuck out of people if they're trying to do anything, you know.
No, not necessarily. I mean, if you instigate it, you can get grounds for dismissal, lose your license in that state, or at least for
Oh
10
yeah, I
years.
mean I'm
It's,
sure
it's
there's some
bad.
grey
So,
areas.
I mean, it's looser if you're a bouncer. Now, if you're a club bouncer, you're
Yeah,
gonna have
yeah.
to push someone
I mean,
out.
there's that American
So,
phrase, "kick 'em to the
yeah, I mean,
curb," you know. Yeah, kick 'em to the curb. No, I mean
yeah,
like when they
curb
throw
stop.
'em out the door, you know, show 'em to the curb. Like, yeah, when they
Yeah.
fuck 'em out the door. My original point, I remembered. You see, we was talking about cults and conspiracies, and you liking films. So, what's
Yeah.
your thoughts on one of the greatest filmmakers I would say of all time, Stanley Kubrick?
Oh, okay. You bring up that old
Well, no. My point
Illuminati
behind it
stuff.
is one of the a different kind of cult, which is the Brotherhood of Saturn, which is a very random Brotherhood Saturnus. I think it's
I'd buy that. I could see him just whether or not he was even a part of it. He might have just studied them all night, just saying they make so much sense, and yet
yeah. I mean,
questionable
there's
people.
I'm a huge Kubrick fan, and I'd love to get a hold of all of his works to pedal through it like a fucking crazy, well, like a meth addict. You know, I'm a fast reader as well. I read a lot, and I just love to read a lot of his works. But obviously, with films, there's a lot of conspiracies surrounding his films, and again, you make films. So I was like, what's your thoughts behind that? You know?
You know, I, I buy it. I could totally see him being a part of some cult like that. Because I mean, he's Kubrick. He's not
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah.
You don't tell him no. You know, he decides what's not okay. And I mean, if you want someone equivalent, I'm sure you could probably mind probe someone like any of those Dogma 95 people. Definitely
Oh, I
David
forgot.
Lynch or
I
who
forgot about
knows? Maybe
David
someone
Lynch.
else who's just kind of
Huh.
bending.
That was a random one that slipped my mind. I look into. I'm one of these people that looks into everything, and my brain spills over like a fucking blender that's not got its lid on. You know, it's literally, it's like you just shoved a load of shit into a blender and then just hit go, and then it just, rather than it condensing nicely into a nice juice, it just spills
Right.
everywhere, and there's some hunks of shit still in the blender, and there's some shit on the wall and the ceiling, and but that's a good one, David Lynch. I forgot about that one. That's that's gonna play on my mind tonight when I'm trying to get to sleep. I'm one of these that yeah. Well, no, I just
Too much.
obviously this is like the UK, so it's it's 11:15, and I don't really mind. I don't give a shit about the time. But obviously, when you come after your podcast and you want to go to sleep, it's difficult to switch off because you're like, oh shit, I could have said this and I could have asked this question, and
I hear you.
yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Have...
Yeah, so it's a long game. Let me get back to the actual real questions that I did have, because I did have some, and this was a real good one. And what I was gonna do was I was gonna send you a message earlier, and I was gonna break my own protocols of giving you a question before the show. But I thought, no, I'm not going to do that, and I'm glad I did now because it would have made no difference. But if you but if you would have had, if you could make any sort of huge movie, yeah, and you could make any genre and cast it, what would you pick? So it doesn't matter how it goes, you can make any plot. And the reason I was going to give it to you earlier was because I was going to give you sort of a title. So I was going to ask for a title, and then a blurb, sort of a summary, and then a cast after. But then I thought, hey, I'll just chat some shit for a couple of seconds and let you think it over. And then I thought that would be a greater thought.
I got you.
Mm.
My idea,
So,
I
what
like
would
it.
it be?
It's great.
The title. Give me the title.
I'll give you one.
Okay. Who's in it?
Station SWAT. Joe Estevez.
Okay,
White
I know.
Machine's younger
I know that.
like brother, who's Charlie's uncle.
Okay.
Michael Madsen, Casper Van Dien, Katie Sackhoff, and Tony Todd, Lance
Yeah.
Henderson, and a bunch of other B-movie actors.
It's funny.
Maybe some porn stars. Maybe some other filmmakers.
It's funny
and other
because
people. Yeah.
I too would go mostly B movie actors. Yeah. What's the
Can't hurt.
Doug
Doug
Bradley
Bradley.
isn't B movie, man. Hellraiser isn't B movie. What the fuck? Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It's a good movie. I'm just.
What the
Well,
fuck?
and later
Clive Barker's
it's
Hellraiser is
more
one of the
people.
greatest horror fucking films. Oh, okay.
talking
No, if
as
we're going
it
to the
goes
sequels, oh
Like-
yeah.
Like most
Yeah.
of those plots could easily.
Well,
be in
now you
Twilight
just
Zone.
now you're just slandering Twilight
That's what I
Zone,
mean.
comparing it to
Don't get me
Hellraiser
wrong.
sequels. You know, it's the Hellraiser sequels were dog shit, but Twilight Zone was good. But no, after the
I like both,
after probably Hellbound, the second one, it was pretty shit. Yeah, let's get back anyway. What's the plot of the film?
It's
Oh,
basically Die Hard in space. We've got prisoners out of control on a space station. We've got
where's
this special unit, and at the same time, there's a prisoner from another third world country being held hostage, and that country is threatening
who's
war if that
Michael
prisoner is
Madsen
in
play?
any way harmed.
Oh, okay.
He'd
He's
play
a
basically a
side
Han
man.
Solo parody.
Oof.
Take that back. Yeah, that's right. And then the Casper Van Dien, Kay Sagoff are the
Yeah.
main heroes. And
That's
Tony Todd would be
Michael
the main other
Madsen's
merc.
flaw for life. He's never been. I don't know if he's ever been a lead role in a big film. Every Tarantino film has
pretty
not been a
much,
lead. There's been a few other films as well that has not been a lead. Oh, it's amazing.
And yeah,
It's
he's
amazing.
always made me
Yeah.
forgive any kind of movies, and I'm just like, why is this guy? Why didn't he just shotgun
Oh,
Val Kilmer and Steven
yeah.
Seagal and just take?
I mean, he
whatever
was so
movie
good.
they
He's
would
a
make
great
about?
actor. It's the problem. I mean, so many B movie actors.
Yep.
Who's that?
Oh, Vivica A. Fox.
I don't know who that is. Who is that?
Vivica A. Fox. Get her. Oh, you never
I
seen
don't know.
Set It
I have
Off?
seen a lot of films, but occasionally some stuff gets through the nets.
Sitcom star.
Oh, okay.
Independence Day. She's Will Smith's friend.
Oh, got ya. Yeah. What's her role in it? What? Are you the lead banging her back
Probably.
in the day? You know, was this a?
No, nope.
Listen, you wasn't even acting. You did
No,
three
not me.
scenes. That was it. One of those scenes was a sex scene. The other one was you walking in a door. The other one was you leaving the door. That was it. But you was not. It's
Sure,
not even
yeah,
the unrated
unrated
version.
version.
It was the director's cut.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to cut away if we want any kind of.
Do you want to know what mine would have been?
Alright.
So
Sure,
I love
I'd
just
love to hear
making
people
shit
like
up, and I did this completely on the fly. No, I did. I did write a lot of notes earlier, but I'm going to read my notes earlier. I don't stop and start. So my this is why I was going to give you a head start
Yeah.
because if I could, I would have just done one on the spot. But I thought this was genius. It probably isn't. It's probably a load of shit. But my movie title is called A Night in the Chrome. Yeah. So it's set in a modern day France. Yeah.
Sold on it.
A 53-year-old alcoholic heroin addict writer struggles with modern day life. Okay? He then breaks down, ventures into the Paris catacombs alone, and murders all the urban explorers and cult people who then venture in there. He eventually gets lost and lives down there, and then eventually becomes the legendary Chrome Ghost of Paris. Now, there's a legend. Here's the plot twist. He before he goes in on his crazy raging mood, he just loses it. He's 50 years old. He loses the fucking plot. So the reason it's called the Chrome Ghost is because he was huffing spray paint a lot, mostly blue and pinks and blacks. And one day he got hold of a can of chrome motorbike spray paint, mostly that's used for fenders. And then he was huffing that, and it exploded on him, and it covered his whole body, and it made him a chrome man. And then obviously, because of the gas insulation, he went insane, and that's when he went into the catacombs. It's a good plot, yeah. So, Yeah,
Very Giallo
it
kind
probably
of
is
sounding.
at least a 3 hour, 4 hour film. Oh yeah, most of it takes place of just him writing and getting stressed and stabbing his pen into the table. Ah. Well, we could also
Instead of
parody it and
90-minute
speed the
blackouts.
fuck out of it. You know, there's yeah, you could also do a
There you
look
go.
back and go,
Break the fourth
"Hey, I
wall.
know you're watching me." Um,
I was waiting for you to insert
well,
pub
that's
visit
well
brothels and all this other shit.
here. Well, I don't know. I mean, the cost of it is a mere
High speed
15
chases.
million. So, and that's because again, it's this is where we spoke. I spoke about B cast actors because I was going to use mostly background actors who give zero fuck, and I was only going to have one, no, two lead actors. Sorry, two lead actors. Yeah, just two. One of them, the main role, is Nicolas Cage. That's just it. Yeah, he has to look like a
Okay.
Greek. Has to look like a Greek Nostradamus type dude. Wisp. Yeah,
And
but the other
Rocco
lead
bears the
role
fetus
is
3 days
just
straight.
a
So
magpie who steals all his pens and infuriates him. That's that's my script. 15 million, putting it out there. So if you want to buy it, so we could work together. You know, you could film it. I'll. Well, Nick Cage is pretty cheap.
I gotta
I've
get the
heard.
dough first.
You know, I don't know. I don't think he's gonna. Well, the color of
Really?
space that he was in was
Is
pretty
that Nick
good. So
Cage?
his
I mean, I knew someone who knew someone else who was basically had tried doing
yeah.
modeling for him, and basically he
Wow.
had no concept of
Anyway,
how
let's
their
scrap
investments
that little
work.
bit of tangent and get into the story that you was gonna say. Sorry, that was I just wanted to ask that question that was extremely long-winded.
Uh, man. Oh, good. Do you
Oh yeah.
guys get some of our shitty reality shows in your country?
Oh, I love Jerry Springer, man.
So you get stuff
It's
like
pretty
Jerry
old though.
Springer
I
and
don't even
Maury and
think
all
it's
that
on anymore.
crap.
Is it?
No, all good. He's a smart dude. Yeah.
Steve
Well, he has
Steve
the other
Wilkos. He has a
Wilco's whatever
name,
guy.
people.
Anyway,
See, I know that.
yeah.
Yeah, man.
What's his name? All good. So, I was on a.
No way,
I was on an
man.
episode of Cheaters. Yes. Yes, they still
Is-
cast that thing and they keep it even
Go
more
on,
secret.
carry
They
on.
pay less even now. And it aired originally on. What was that on? That was. It aired on November 5th, 2018. And basically, I was slapping the other gal's ass or whatever. We had to reshoot the whole
Oh,
fucking thing while still getting paid the same day
reshoot
rate.
slapping her ass.
And well, no, not that part, but that came afterwards. But the gal before just totally just didn't want to be in it, and she was just trying to basically
Yeah.
upcharge the guy and then make a false story that he was, for something. I was in that office, so I knew it was total dog shit. It's like, yeah, no, I know you. You're a non-professional gal who's the wife of a cholo. So yeah, no, fuck you. But yeah, he ended up hiring this gay webcam gal who was just like down to go. I used my own car, and we were pretending to be like method actors and like I was the bad
What
guy.
the
So I thought
fuck?
that was fun, and they gave me a samurai sword, and so I'm like all method acting. I'm swinging it at the guy
How did
who's my
you,
friend who helped us even find
pretend
this
to be
connection
a
to begin
meth
with.
head when you never took drugs? Oh, okay.
I wasn't even being a meth head. I was just being just crazy,
Got
just
ya.
lunatic.
Just again,
like
you can
method
see it out there. I'm
actor.
just eating some more weed. Just have a look. Yeah, so my show rolls, man. Occasionally
It's all
it
good.
does. Occasionally it doesn't. But again, I've got the question of what's the craziest thing you've ever seen in your entire life? What's the most fucked up thing you've ever seen? Oh, well, fuck it, man. In general, why not? I'll tell you mine. I've got. Let me think though. While you're telling yours, I'm gonna have to think of mine because I've seen a lot of crazy shit. In fact, I've got mine. Go on.
Thinking. I'm really thinking. I just like
not really.
Like any other kind of category, like it's because I don't really have one that frightens me, let alone one really worth telling. I'm just trying to think of one that's
Not even
like
outrageous, you know.
outrageous.
Oh, I've seen loads of outrageous shit.
I mean, there was a car that was just on fire in the middle of the road not too long ago, like 3 years ago, and it wasn't funny, but it was just like, man, not that it should be, but it was one of those like,
oh, shit.
it smells like death out there, and my windows are all the way up and everything, and I'm taking the service road, and I'm seeing how it's, one fucking car that's already on the side of the road is already holding up.
What was someone in the fucking car?
Like, good God, what is going on here?
Oof. I've seen car wrecks, man. They're pretty bad.
Beats me. I don't know.
Yeah,
It was 2 cars. My bad. That's what it was. It was 2 cars. One had.
Yeah, that's pretty timid.
The other
You
one.
wanna know I've had some crazy shit. When I was growing up in school, there was a kid who was about 4 years older than me. And if you get the tall spiked fences that go around schools. I don't know if you have them in America, but they're just sort of, they don't have barbed wire. They have huge they're just singular slats, but they have a spike on the top. And basically, they were like 6, maybe 7 foot, and a kid booted his football over. Went to climb over it, and he went through it, and it went through his wrist, through his forearm essentially, and he went halfway down the fence, and they had to cut the piece of fence out. That was pretty crazy. Yeah, I've seen car wrecks, but then when I thought about that car wreck, I was like, no, actually, I remember something that was fucking crazy. That was really crazy because I think I was like 11 at the time. So that was, yeah, so if...
Oh shit, that is haunting. You got all
it was crazy because it was, I'll post a picture of like how the fences are on my Reddit page, but they were extremely high, and he just literally went to climb it and slipped and went boom. It was like impaling yourself on like a flat 2-inch spike. Yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Anyway, man, this show's actually getting on because of a lot of talking. Let me get into the picture segment. Let me send you a picture right now. And let me ask you some fucking questions. I can hear you yawning. That's crazy. You should be more awake than me. Holy shit. I've almost got a barrel load of pictures I'm trying to avoid from you. Got some burping right there. Alright, where the fuck did that picture go? No. What's your funds on cryptocurrency while I'm loading this up? Yeah, cryptocurrency.
Cryptocurrency?
You sound confused, like you don't know what Bitcoin is and... Really? Why not?
Oh yeah, I don't fuck with that.
How old are you though?
My money's in the bank, dude.
Is that, I don't know if that... Oh, I'm only fucking 30 myself.
I'm in my early 30s.
Yes, I could give you some financial advice. It's fucking do some good, man. I've got like 2 kids. I'm giving loads of people advice at the minute. Cryptocurrency is it's the one, unless you live in the UK where they're going to start to charge you on tax. But, however, However, you're in the
Well,
biggest,
that's
one of
just
the biggest
it.
fucking continents on the planet. So you can go and hide.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all those stock market crashes and other inconsistent
I know what you're saying.
formulas.
And absolutely.
Oversaturation.
I think a lot of people get stocks and crypto confused because they're not one and the same. Stocks are stocks, whereas crypto is a currency, the same way in which you could value it almost at a euro or back in the day a krona or a fucking Deutschmark or a whatever. You know, it's a big one. I mean, I don't like to push it on people. It's just nah, it's a risky one.
Well, look,
I'm not a
I have fun
huge
with it.
investor. I'm going to point it out
I,
there. So again, I've spoke about it on previous shows. I'll only put in like £18 here and there. You know, shit that I can't afford to lose. Whereas when I see people that lose, you know, millions and tens of thousands, and they've gambled and mortgaged the house. There's a bit of a difference. It's a bit of a fucked up one. What is going on with these fucking pictures? No, it's not on your end. It's me. It's some my. Oh, I don't know if you can. Well, you might be able to.
maybe just show it on your screen and I'll look at it and just go, what?
Yeah, whenever I put my phone up to the
I mean, I can see
screen,
your
it
screen.
bees a prick. I've got a huge amount of glare off my screen. All right. Oh no, fuck. Yeah. Have you got any of those clipboards?
Lights, camera,
You know,
action.
like the you know, have like take fucking whatever written on it. Apps.
Yeah,
No, I mean the you get them. They're like a
helpful.
oh yeah, yeah. If you're out and about and
Oh, you're talking about the
you know
actual
you have to go
photo cameras.
take
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Take fucking if you Kubrick take fucking 130. It was a yeah. You got. I think I want one of them
Oh
just for the
yeah,
fun of
yeah.
it. All right, I'll tell you what. Let me see if you can see that. That fucking.
Oh,
Is that?
no.
Well, is a it's a
Okay,
boss
well,
monitor lizard.
Giant-ass iguana.
Okay. Is a the picture I was originally going to send you has somehow disappeared. It was a what with a lizard?
Taken down, cancel culture.
Oh, they're definitely taking that. Do you know what's funny? It's the same people that are taking that down are wearing fur. You know why? Because they're like, man, we can't get our fur fucking coats. Because all the snakes are eating our fucking minks and shit, you know? Literally, they're devouring it, apparently, in your country. So, here's a question. If you encountered one of those big motherfucking lizards, you know, and it didn't want to eat you and started nuzzling up to you like a cat, would you take him home as a pet? No, he has to sleep in
As
your
long
bed.
as he's an outdoor animal, sure.
He is inseparable. He loves you so much
Yeah, no,
that
I can't do
he'd
that.
do anything for you. You ever seen that film Monkey Shines?
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, you've
As
seen
long as
Monkey
he doesn't
Shines
try
then.
and
Yeah,
kill
yeah.
me in the
He
second
doesn't do
movie,
the second part of it,
right?
but the first part of it,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
smooth sailing. You know. So
I'm gonna go around
here's the
cursing.
second question.
Eating.
What about if you encountered that lizard and it morphed into a person, right? Shook your hand and then said, "Hey, I'm Brad Pitt and I want you to direct this movie for me." What would you do? I totally. That wasn't even my original question. I just yeah, I flied that. Literally, I flied that.
It's
Brad Pitt
improv,
come into my
man.
head to
Whose
plug him in.
podcast is it anyway? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna turn
If
him
he,
down. I'll just say, yeah, sure. What do you need me to do? I'll be on your
well,
level.
he might introduce you to
Thank you for
Tarantino.
putting your
You
faith in
know,
me for whatever
you
fucking
never
reason.
know.
Well, hopefully you can give me
What do you think of
someone
Tarantino?
who I
You think of his work?
whose work I admire but don't want to slug in the face.
Oh yeah, is
That's exactly what I just
is
said.
is
I think he's
guys?
a prick,
I
but I think
think
he's a good
the
filmmaker.
the thing is, yeah, he's almost like a modern day Kubrick who
Soft as
is in the
rockets.
limelight but isn't living his life on a farm and in the UK countryside. You know,
When I think of the trolling internet critic who attends Khan's world premiere, or
he's not his look, his face is, you know,
Tarantino,
he's
that's not a
he has got that sort of look about him. I'm not going to slander him in that sort of sense. I don't know about his personal.
What do you
I don't know
expect?
anything
His
about that,
dad
but
fucked his
I
life
know
up.
it's. Oh, okay. That's fair enough.
Basically,
That's
he's
I
a
could.
bastard.
I know a little bit. I know that he did have a bad upbringing and.
Tried to get me on the set of.
Is
I was
the
like, damn, dude, you're a pig.
yeah,
I'll
the
swear by
the
fish
thing
and
is, all
run
of his
for
movies
dogs,
are
let
so
alone
violent and
actual gun
graphic, but
killers
they're
and
fucking the stories. The stories are amazing. The narrative's amazing. The camera shots are amazing. There's very yeah. Well, this is the other side of it. He's like a
even the
modern day
ones he's
Kubrick
disowned
because there's
are
tons of
amazing.
his own work that who will not even admire or he'll go take and it works. It does work. Sometimes it pays maybe to be a bit of a prick and to take a sort of step and go, hey, this is my fucking work. You're an actor. This is what you're getting paid for. Fucking act, and then put them through the grind. I don't know. Fuck do I know? I ain't fucking. I ain't a fucking producer, but if I was to take an angle, I'd probably take that myself. You know. Even when I've been a warehouse manager, I've done loads of shit, and I've had a sort of no holds barred approach to anything. All right, let's get another question. If you'd have,
Far away. Another question.
yeah.
Bloody hell.
If you,
Inside the
okay, we're talking about that fucking big lizard. So, we're still talking about that lizard. Hold on. Yeah. Do you think lizards like that and dinosaurs will make a comeback in the next 25 years? Hmm.
Sure, why not?
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna. If an asteroid hit us now, all the lizards and reptiles currently probably inhabiting mostly of Florida are probably going to survive all of that shit. Yeah, they know what they're doing, them motherfucking lizards. Here's the second picture. This is a good one. It's pretty good. So for those people out there, I'll post these online later. It's got a good laugh. It's another fire in the fucking air, folks. 12 gear shit. So here's my question about. Yeah, it's basically for those listeners, it's a garden gnome with a fucking handgun firing up in the air. What's the film where he does it? What is it? I don't know. There's several films. I think there's I think it's Point Break or something. Oh, if that gnome would have been a Romeo and Juliet, I would have watched that shit.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. After his, that'll be the fourth film he does after he finishes the Fast and Furious. Tw
Oh, he's already done. He's just doing his
oh,
The Rock. But yeah,
God.
why can't The Rock just do a fucking rundown sequel and Statham can do? I don't. It'd be funny
It's,
if he had survived
I love all those
or
actors, but
something
they're
like
almost,
Front or
they're
do a
not
sequel to
burning
that.
out, but it's almost like they're having to accomplish great. Not even that. It's that they've done.
Financial
Well,
security.
there's financial security and then there's financial
Oh, it totally
security
is,
for
dude. That's why they
generations,
can't turn it down.
which is fair enough. You can't judge that. But it's in terms of film quality, the quality is not getting greater, you
Mhm.
know. And it's almost like they're trying to outdo the film, but they're not getting get it. They're not getting better.
So,
What?
okay. Uh,
What was that?
can I pick it up?
Doop, boop, ba, doop, boop, ba, doop. This is like our own personal intermission. I was almost going to do my own intermission music then. You back? Oh no, it's okay. That's not a problem at all. So you got that
Yeah,
first picture, which is a gnome with a gun. So if you, I mean, I want that gnome. I don't own it, but if I bought that, what I would do is I'd buy a bunch of them more, and I'd set them off to do their own war. But what do you think that that dude would be commanding against? Well, what's his enemy? Yeah, yeah. In a normal garden environment, and he was
what would he
had
be
20
fighting
gnomes behind
against?
him, and oh, yeah, but it's a well, okay.
How would he fight against
Ah,
a
the Scorpion King.
giant ass
It's a callback. Yeah,
throwback
man.
Scorpion King?
It's
There you go.
to the Rock.
See what I did there? Or better, you could
The
fight the mummy himself, Arnold Vosloo, in an actual
it's funny because
artificial
I did
intelligence
on
to
one of my other shows. I did a
just
question
avenge the
about
death of
the
Kevin
Mummy
Hart.
and the
There you go.
Rock, and about Imhotep bringing forth a bunch of. You ever seen South Park? Of course. You know the southern staring frog of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, with the
Yeah,
frog on the stick,
have
and
you
yeah,
could have
I
some
made
other
some bullshit
fast
question
movie
like, do
parody
you ever
names.
think the fucking mummy Imhotep would summon those fucking frogs onto the earth? Yeah, yeah, the Mexican staring frogs.
Sure, why not? And then while he's at
That's
it,
what I
he
like,
takes
man.
over Davy
See,
Jones's locker, and then Jack Sparrow and the whole Pirates of the Caribbean have to fight him. There you go. Disney and fucking Universal just got to split the bill and just say, okay, you get it
I
on
don't
Peacock,
think they have
but
to
you can't do it
split
at the same
much of a
time we have it on
bill.
Disney Plus streaming.
I
But
think
that's
they
okay.
pretty much
We all
own
like
all
it,
of
so
that now.
you can. Yeah, well, see, that's just
It'd
it.
be
They don't own
definitely
Universal, but yeah,
interesting
at
to
the same
see a load
time,
of
this
gnomes in the
companies,
desert,
how
though.
dare you? We
That'd
share
be a
business,
weird
can't
one.
have that.
Do you know if you walked out there into this fucking Sahara and you see in
Oh,
oh,
can they be?
Wishmaster's a
Can
good
they be
film.
the gnomes that
It's a brilliant film.
the Jinn summons in the movie Wishmaster?
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
I
we talk to
my
Andrew DeVoff every once in a while on the podcast.
my partner
Friends with
loves
the
horror
people who do his
films,
social media. He is a
but she
delight. He is
loves
just a
new
cool,
horror
cool
films,
motherfucker.
and I have to occasionally try and slip in one of those old ones. Eh, it's nonsense. There's no
Yeah,
plot
because
line,
the
no
newer
narrative.
ones are just too experimental to where
Yeah.
they just bore you. They're not scary. No, it's just like, okay, he was losing his mind in a village, and they decided to kill him.
I
Oh,
don't know if I've seen
that
that
took
one.
a lot of thought, and it's just always bullshit like that. And I'm just like, yeah,
I'm
no,
just
I'm not into
joking.
it.
It's
Or,
like every fucking plot.
oh, it's called Midsummer. Bloody awful. Oh, good. Or they just have unlikable characters, and
Mm.
or scenes is like for a minute, just no cutaways. It's like, what are you trying to do?
Mate,
Get to it.
yeah,
Unlike
yeah.
that Monty
That's
Python
in
skit. Get on with it.
that's in a film. That's in
Get on
the
with
Holy
it.
Grail, I think, isn't it?
You could do that.
Yeah, Sean Bean is a fucking great actor.
Yeah, the serious version
I
of
was
it
going
is
to
Black
talk to you
Death
more
with Sean
about
Bean.
films, but these tangents are wild. So
Yes,
again, your enemy was the Scorpion King, which was fat. I'd love to see that. My enemy was just pigeons. You know, so I'd just see a bunch of them, just fuck up a bunch of pigeons on a fountain. You know, lead the way, fuck them all up. Yeah. But do you remember? Here's a real question, because none of them they're all been fake so far. None of them have been real. Yeah, yeah. It's a deep fake question. Have you ever watched the Goosebumps?
A deep fake.
Do you remember the gnome episode?
Oh,
Yeah,
oh man.
they had a
No,
they had a gnome
I've
episode.
been
Did you ever
trying to
watch
get
it?
but I know I definitely saw parts of it. I think. I just read some book.
Okay, well that ends that question. Uh, if you've
didn't see that
here's
one, but
a second real question,
Sorry.
much more realer than the last one. If you stumbled upon the mystical underground realm of the gnomes, how do you think they would greet you? Hmm.
I think it would turn into a Gremlins type
Ooh.
fiasco, and I'd have to smash each one of them. And I don't mean slang. I mean I
Did
would
you?
have to actually
That's
hammer
that third question. And if you when you would sweep that leg, I would assume that you would get all Mortal Kombat-esque on them and rip that fucking spine out, and then there'd be some sort of crazy visual effect that no one would ever see apart from you, that would go into a black and white version where everything would be black and white, but just only you would see inside his body where you'd pull his spine out, and it'd sort of crack and there'd be blood everywhere, but only you would see that. I'm assured that that would happen if you do that.
Perfect.
Oh, I'm a huge fan of Puppet Master, man.
Yeah.
See,
Charles Band, can you please steal this idea and make it the next Puppet Master?
Yeah. The Puppet Master Demonic
They should
Toys
totally
was
do that. Puppet Master versus gnomes. There you
was
go.
a yeah. Do you know what I'd like to have seen was a weird
I
one?
know. I'm just
Did you ever
saying.
see
They might as well
Dolls?
just go into versus mode. They don't care.
Ah, yeah. So let's
Oh, there
have
you go, Dolls
because again
versus
I'm a huge film
Puppet
buff.
Master versus Doll Man.
Gremlins.
Doll Man versus Trancers. You could have Jurassic Park versus Gremlins.
Chud.
You could have Pumpkinhead versus Warlock. There you go.
This is a Trailer Park Boy. That'd be amazing.
There you go. Chud
That'd be
versus
genius.
Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, fucking Bubbles trying to rescue his fucking cats.
Anything. Put them in anything,
Oh, wow.
please. It's not. I'm Ricky.
Oh my
There
god.
you go. There you go. Bubbles has gone missing after chanting a mystical thing. Julian has to find why his liquor's missing.
Do you
And
know-
Ricky's just saying, "Well, now it's a big deal. Now
What
I'm
is-
gonna kick someone."
Randy shows
Not a
up for
big
some
deal.
cheeseburgers
Why do
in
we
the
not?
middle of it. Yeah.
As long as he doesn't touch it.
Do you know?
Yeah.
Fucking,
Yeah, or better
I
yet,
haven't
he
talked
mistakes
about
some
Trailer Park
statue
Boys
of a
on
cheeseburger
my
and gets
show at all,
infected or
but I
killed by it or something.
fucking love it. I'm just gutted. I love the animated show, but I want it to get back to normal. I haven't
still
watched
love
any
it.
of the jail yet because I'm. Is it good? Have you watched it? Okay.
Jill, I think you'll dig.
Yeah.
I think it's fun. Obviously, it's a far cry from like the first 7 seasons, but it's almost at least it's better than, like you say, the animated version, and gets less off topic
Yeah, I
than the
mean,
specials, and it's just
I
kind of
was
more
kind of,
like
I was
at
kind of a
least
bit late to
the
the
first
show.
movies. It's at least on
You
par with
know,
that.
yeah, it's fucking so. How is it that fucking all the funniest shit you end up being late to? How
So
is
was I.
it that that happens?
Yeah.
Where was the train for that? It's weird as fuck. Yeah,
I, it's just
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
I don't know where they even syndicated it on whatever network. I think they had it like on some antenna channels, some local access, and then other ones just like I would have thought
Well,
it'd be on some
Netflix
like
had it. I mean, but
central
I didn't have
carriers, and it's like no,
Netflix
I'm
for a
just
while.
discovering it because
But
fucking Netflix has the whole
it was just so
license.
bizarre because when oh man, I wished I was in your
I had it
position
for a
right
while, but
now. You
I
lucky
just now
son of a
got into it
bitch.
this last year, so I'm just like,
The
okay, well,
fucking the weed
the
the
hell.
train that they make. Oh my god. You seen that with a little railroad they do. Oh my god, it's brilliant. Yeah, yeah, it's fucking amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, have you
Call it
we
the
spoke
race train.
well, you're not gonna know. Obviously my third question, I was hoping you was going to be into crypto because every single one of my guests has been. So my third actual question was about Saturday Night Live and Elon Musk. Did you watch it? Okay, then what I will do is I'm
Mm,
going to do a very
I
random
haven't finished.
moment
No.
and I'm just going to fucking type in just a bunch of letters into my phone. A legitimate, just a whole fucking bunch of letters. Oh no. Huh?
Alright,
Oh no, it's
hurry.
alright, we'll
I
finish up
hope you
very
get a
shortly.
show soon.
And I'm just gonna pick a fucking picture. Oh wow, and I'll just go
Let's
straight
hurry, because
off
I gotta be getting a show
fucking
soon.
3 clicks. Yeah, one and a two and a fuck me, this ain't giving me no fucking leeway. Oh, it's giving me nonsense. Holy shit. I'll tell you what we'll do, we'll just leave it a two-part fucking question. We have been on an hour, you know. Um, yeah, let's get on these fucking stories, man.
You want me to just share these random ass stories, or you just? All right. So
What?
TechSpot reports that Google's official Argentina domain name was bought for $3.
It's crazy that I
Indicating
heard
the
about
designer had assumed the name
AOL and shit
wouldn't
selling,
work.
and Yahoo as well. It's a weird one, man. I take it these are what the links you sent me. Man, you sound tired. What time is it there to you?
Yeah. It's middle of the day, and I've been up because my damn cat made noise all night. So, I got why can't Google get a grip on rip-off ads? BBC News reports that, and then I got another one that
Yeah.
Google 5 things you didn't know Google Maps could do
Okay.
with the eco-friendly restaurants, the weather, just other 3D
What I'll
updates.
do is I'm
It's
going to look
trippy.
into
It's
them. But
crazy.
here's something
And then I
that
got
I'm going
those
to
three
shoot
different
back to.
pictures, I guess.
You
So
spoke
it's like, yeah,
briefly
I
about
gotta-
Alex Jones earlier. What's your thoughts on that crazy character? Alex Jones. You mentioned InfoWars earlier.
Which one? Sorry.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's a twat. He's even on the record
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
that
yeah,
I make this shit up and they'll buy it. It's just like because he takes actual existing conspiracies and then he adds his own narrative to it. It's like so now you've just bastardized it for all us who legit know that there was something shady that went down. You know with all the
There's
Tupacs,
there
and
is
AFKs
there
of
is
the
some
world, and
sort
it's
of.
just like,
I mean,
yeah,
he
don't fuck it
reports
up for us
minor
who actually want
truths,
the truth.
you know, and yeah.
That's just it. He takes
Isn't
actual
it?
conspiracies and then he wants to add whatever else,
No,
and just
he
like
was
whatever
saying
the
that
agenda
frogs
is
are
that year.
turning
It's
gay,
like,
as in
frogs
they.
will turn you gay. I'm like, oh my god, shut up.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. I don't know about that. Really?
No,
Huh.
they'll turn you gay if they touch you. I'm like,
Oh.
stop.
Oh, in fact, no,
Yeah,
you are right.
yeah,
Yeah, no, you
I
are right. He
mean,
did say that.
at least Julian Assange
I
just
think.
wanted freedom before.
Yeah, yeah. I think that is right. Yeah, yeah. Fuck, man.
Been watching his
So
nonsense.
do you know what's your thoughts on the president at the minute? I think compared to Trump, at least, you know.
Ah, man. Basically, we just had no other choice. We just had to go with some other side, and unfortunately, the world is just very corporate, as we
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Very little what we want or compromises are going to take place. But at the same time, I'm all for it being boring. I just I don't I don't need people getting in constant debates. So now basically we just got to deal with all the systematic injustices, like
Yeah.
again, cops shooting people on
The
sight,
cancel culture, I think, is what you're
just other
referring
fucked
to.
up
It's
social media trends, other people clickbait stuff.
yep,
Well,
yep.
there's that, and then it's just like it just fucks it up for all of us because it's like some people cry wolf and other people
Real
are
and
just
fake and
again
bullshit
canceling
and
stuff that doesn't even need to be canceled. Then it's hard to
yeah.
determine who's actually being legit victimized. Yeah,
It
who's just
turns
being
the
honest
grey area
versus
into a blur,
a
is what I
misled
tend to
person
say.
being unwise on social media and angering everyone. It's just like, oh my god. And then you just don't even want to
Yeah,
talk about it.
there's
It's like,
that.
can I just
Well,
disconnect
there's a lot of things that you
everyone's
can
IP
do.
address
You know,
so
you
they
can
can
go off into
just
the
leave social
woods
media
and
forever?
just be a hermit. But then you'd lose a lot of great things. You know, you'd never be able to watch Invincible, or you'd never be able to watch Rick and Morty, or Vikings, or a real obscure film for you, Brain Damage. You ever seen that? Crazy Camp movie. I'm talking about the one directed by
The 1988
the same dude who
Crazy
did
Camp movie.
Basket Case.
Are you talking about something?
Yeah. It is from the 80s with the Elmer, if you know what I'm talking about.
That's who I'm thinking of. I think that's like from the 80s, right?
It's a bizarre, yeah, it's a bizarre one.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it's like a
What's
weird
the
movie within a
most
movie kind of
obscure
thing.
film that
It's
you can name?
going around killing people. Yeah, it's a weird one. As we can,
Ah, it's not obscure. Shit. I've seen that.
a Serbian tale. I know.
Um,
It's not obscure. Samurai Cop. Okay, fuck it.
films are
Go
difficult.
with...
It's a very difficult one.
I'm bad at this. I can think of obscure shows that no one's watched. Yeah. Jane White is Sick and Twisted. It's this crazy ass, like trippy acid trip of a movie, and it's got these guys who later created the Mockbuster company, the
I think
Asylum.
I know that.
It's got
Oh,
other
Will
comedians
Wheaton.
making cameos like Phil Lamar, Colin
I
Mockery,
think,
Brad Sherwood, Will
I
Wheaton.
don't know, actually.
It's a crazy movie.
I don't know.
It's pretty wild.
Oh yeah, if you want to talk nonsense, fuck me.
How
Like,
about the Fear of Speed?
you ever heard of Dunstan
This is a
Checks
crazy
In?
Fast and Furious parody with Delta Bone.
Fucking I got loads of fucking Air. I can name a million parody films with animals in.
No.
Air
Yeah,
Bud.
I know it.
Fuck it, yeah. I can name loads of them. I can go on for days with that stuff. Just for shit like that. But for B movies, you know, there's tons. Like Dr. Phibes Rises Again. You heard of that? You watched it? Yeah, there's fucking loads. Dr. Caligari. I love B movies, man. They're good. Listen, I'm gonna have to actually really shoot because I need a kind of a piss break. Um, yeah, it's a difficult one when you sit here for an hour and you need to have a piss. But listen, it's been a fucking good show. We're both bursting for a piss. We've had some good back and forth. You got any shout outs, promotions you want to do quickly?
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Okay.
I think
Yeah, man.
anyone who digs this podcast, you're gonna dig Cinema Psyops. Those are my friends. I think you guys will dig that podcast, Cinema Psyops.
Stop
Some
giving a
trippy
fuck,
movies.
man. That's what it's all about. Where's
Nick
my phone gone?
and
I
stuff
say
like that.
there. Let me just quickly run through my
Calming
notes,
down.
just for a brief second.
Be you.
Because I've had a few shows where I've fucked up, and well, I haven't fucked up, but I just want to make sure I get everything. I don't edit everything, but I leave stuff out. You know. So you got any advice out there for the people of the world who want to get into filming, more specifically? Ooh.
Three things that you do every day. Do what?
Well, you heard it right here,
Something
folks.
that inspires
I'm
you,
right
watch
now
something
reading
that
off my
excites you,
notes.
and then
As you
watch
can
something
tell,
that,
this is going to
gets
be
you
a
happy and
completely scripted moment. I'm 10 cans in. I've chewed, I don't know, a quarter's worth of weed for the fun of it. Guest tonight was the fantastic Cameron Sullivan, another great guest on the Posthuman podcast. Check him out, folks. And I'm going to have to sign off now before I die of the sweats. Nah, I'm just fucking about. Take it easy, you sleaze bags. I just wanted to meow into the mic. Yeah, let's do. You got any other Michael?
Absolutely.
Fuck it, let's keep going. You got any Michael Winslow noises?
Okay.
We can, yeah, we'll leave it there. Fuck it, man. Good evening, folks. Good night.